Is one of your goals to get organized in the new year? Well, this is one of those videos that you're going to want to save and bookmark because we are tackling all that clutter. This is a whole home organization reference, all done on a budget. These tips and tricks will amaze you and motivate you, so let's get started at Dollar Tree. I love shopping here because the prices are unbeatable. This fabric basket is a great example. I found one similar at Target, but it was $5. You can get 4 of these at Dollar Tree for the price of 1 at Target. That is a great deal. And I had to put them to the test too. Not only are they fashionable and very on trend right now, but they're also very functional and hold a lot too. They work perfect in my crafting space for items that I didn't necessarily need to keep out and use often, but still wanted to keep them close at hand. You can also find great desk organization items at Dollar Tree that are all matching and cute, but we can also really customize these. And since this is the Daily DIYer YouTube channel, we're going to do a easy DIY to really customize a desk unit that is going to hold a ton of items for you. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Shannon. I would love to have you hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a video that I post here every single week. We're going to take those plastic units and give them a little bit more of a trendy look. You can paint these whatever color you want or leave them the buffalo check if that's more your style. I chose a sage green. We're going to take 2 of those smaller wood crates from Dollar Tree and we're going to paint the wood crates as well. But again, if you want to leave them the natural wood and that's more your style, you can do that too. That'll make this project a little bit quicker even. So once our paint has dried, we're going to start assembling this desk unit. And we're going to do that with the help of some E6000 glue. I love this stuff. It is a permanent adhesive, which I will link down below for you, along with all the other supplies and items that you will see throughout this video to make it easier for you to find. And we're just taking that E6000 glue and we are using it to attach all of these pieces together. And as you'll notice, I'm actually standing those crates up on its end. So they are running lengthwise with the plastic desk units on each side and one in the middle. Now keep in mind that this glue does take about 24 hours to set up and then you can use it, but it will be permanent and it will be nice and sturdy for you. You can always use hot glue or double-sided tape here as well, depending on what you have laying around the house. But I love this. This is just one idea. Obviously you can use this for your desk and it holds a ton of things like paper clips, pens, markers, tape, stuff like that, but you can also use this in your craft room for craft supplies or on a vanity for your makeup. Speaking of craft supplies, and we're going to pull out another one of these crates from Dollar Tree and one of the dowel rods you can find there as well. We're going to use this to actually organize some ribbon, and I love this ribbon from Dollar Tree. It is glitter and it's also adhesive on the back, so you can peel this off, stick it on. It's kind of like a really cool washi tape, but it's just a really nice way to keep all of your ribbon organized and from falling all over your workspace as you're creating. The next time you're at Dollar Tree and see these silicone little bins, grab some. I have 6 different ideas of why you need these. And the first idea is because they're silicone, they are pretty much non-stick. So you can actually use these as a paint palette. Your paint won't go running off the side and get onto your work surface. And once that paint has dried, you can actually just peel it right off and it is clean and ready to use for your next project. So my thought here was, since this works so great with acrylic paint, would it work just as well with hot glue? So this is a little bit of an experiment. We're going to make a little tray for our hot glue guns. And to do that, we're going to modify this bin very easily by just cutting down the corners of the shorter side and then cutting off the front of this bin to make a little bit of an easier access for us to then be able to set our hot glue guns down onto. And here was a little bit of the experiment. I just kind of squeezed out some of the hot glue onto the tray and it just kind of worked so. It came off and you could definitely still use it for this purpose, but you can also go one step farther and add a silicone mat in here and then you'll have a much better, cleaner surface that will make this a little bit easier to use. So depending on if you want to add the silicone mat, you can, or you don't have to, but you can see it just comes off so much easier from the silicone mat. And you can find these silicone mats at Dollar Tree. You just cut it down to size to fit in the tray, and you can also store your hot glue gun in the tray away as well. Now we're going to take this same bin into the kitchen. This is my cabinet over my stove and my microwave, and since it is completely contained, it is the perfect little tray to be able to put some of your liquid cooking items like oils in there, so that way they don't spill and ruin your countertops or your cabinets, and it's easy to pull them out to get to things that are in the back. If you haven't yet, hit that thumbs up button. We're moving on to the next idea and using the same tray in our refrigerator. So again, same idea here, using it for food this time in the refrigerator, things like yogurts or applesauce or anything that's kind of liquidy that might potentially spill out onto your shelves. It won't when you use those trays. Super nice. Again, we're going to move these same trays into the bathroom and using them for cleaning supplies this time. You can also put these underneath your kitchen sink for those types of items too. So these little corner suction cup units are pretty new to Dollar Tree, and you obviously probably think to use them in your bathroom, but you can also use them in your kitchen as well. You can set them into the corner of your sink and use it as a little tray for your scrubbing items like these that I'm showing you, or even your kitchen sponges. Are you making your Dollar Tree shopping list yet? I have another item you're definitely going to want to grab. These glass little dishes, which are great for basically using all of your little tiny ingredients as you're cooking, but you can use them for storage and organization too. You can put them next to your sink, which makes the perfect little space to add for your jewelry. You can also use them for your scrubbers and for your sponges as well. But I have another idea for you. You can actually use these in different places around your house too. As you saw at the beginning of this video, they are the perfect size to hold your bobby pins. You could even put a magnet in the bottom of there, and that will help keep all of your bobby pins together, and you can use them for hair ties and jewelry too. Let's do another really quick and easy DIY, grabbing these vanity organizers from Dollar Tree. I picked up 3, but you could add more if you wanted to. We're going to take the labels off the front of these and use some E6000 glue to attach them all together. One right on top of each other on the sides. Again, this is a permanent adhesive. It also has a little bit of some fume, so you might want to open a window when you're using this, but sometimes the good stuff you kind of have to make do with, but you can always, again, use hot glue to attach these together as well. Once you get them stacked, you can throw some books on them, or I love these pink little clips that you can get from the craft section at Dollar Tree to clip them all together so they stay nice and tight until that adhesive has time to dry. And once they are dry, you can take them into wherever you're needing some additional storage. So this is my dresser. I just used it for some of my makeup. You can see there's different ways that you can turn this. You can set it up right the way they kind of come, or you can turn them on the side like this and use them for things like your makeup, your mascaras, your lipsticks. I have some smaller palettes that I put in there, whatever you're needing a little bit more additional vertical storage for. And as you'll see, when you turn this onto the bottom, it takes up more space on your counter, but if that works better for you, you can absolutely use it this way too. I love Lazy Susans. I use them all over the place because they are just super handy to have. And when I saw them at the Dollar Tree Plus section for $5, I grabbed this one to give it a try, and I came up with an idea that would make even more storage for this type and this style of Lazy Susan. So as you can see, I love that it is acrylic, it's clear, it's plastic, so you can see on the sides what you are grabbing for. But here is the extra idea. For the kitchen, just as an example, you can put your packets and your seasoning packets on the bottom there, and then grab one of these metal pie pans from Dollar Tree too. The tapered ones fit down right into this Lazy Susan perfectly. So what you've done is created another level of storage for things like your spices, and I will have these spice jars linked down below. I love these. They are my favorite. I also will put the labels that I used on the front of these down in the description box below as well. Tons of these fit right on top of that baking sheet, and then you can put this into your cabinet. So as you can see, you could put like just one layer into the bottom, but when you add that pie pan on top, you've created even more storage, and it's easy to just pop that pie pan off the top to get into the bottom and twist it around to find the spices you need. You can also use this in the center of your dining room table or on a breakfast bar to put some of the items that you use regularly when you are sitting at the table, like napkins, salt and pepper. I put a little decorative vase with flowers in there to dress it up a little bit, but looks super classy and super functional. If you have a pet, you know there are just certain supplies and we need some organization for them as well. Here is my little baby girl, Honey. This was last year, so she's grown quite a bit since then. But I found that this cute little organizational tote with a little handle on the top works perfectly for some of her doggy spa supplies. This is a mitt that I got from Dollar Tree. She loves that. She loves to be pet constantly, so this helps groom her at the same time. She's like, Mom, put it on, let's go. And then here's her little nail file, and then her little doggy toothbrush and toothpaste. So whatever you have for your pet, you can put in there. It doesn't necessarily have to be a dog, it can be a cat, or if you have other animals, whatever their supplies are that you need to kind of grab out and use, these work great. And Honey says, okay, Mom, let's have our spa day. So this is probably the weirdest item of all in this video, but it is the most genius way to use these butter dishes that you probably never thought of. They are perfect for your lunch boxes. You can use them to keep your utensils clean. You can add your napkins in there, a wet nap in there, pop the lid on. It keeps it all from getting any kind of moisture on them, and it keeps them ready for you to grab once you go to have your lunch. And because these are food safe, you can add your food for your lunch in here too, or make your own kind of adult Lunchable, or this is great for kids too. I just added some cheese, some tomatoes, some nuts, and you just pop the lid back on and you have a ready to go snack in your lunchbox. Perfect for those times where you just need something to get you by. And these also work perfect that you can pop these into your refrigerator and have a ready-made snack, and perfect for meal prep. Let's take these butter containers into the craft room because they are the perfect size to store your washi tape. Look at that, fits in there perfectly. Add the lid back on top, and the cool thing is these actually stack. So you are gonna get a ton of storage that you can easily see into the lid to see what is in there, and keep everything and all those little things that you have in your craft supplies nice, readily available and handy. And then you can also use it for things like your pens and markers. These little mini punches also fit in there, but you can use them for things like beads and for stickers and confetti, glitter, I don't know, all those things, beads, as you can see here. Get creative, whatever crafting supplies that you use the most that just needs the little bit of storage, that works great for these. And again, they stack and they're clear so you can see inside to see what you need. So next time you're at Dollar Tree, grab some butter dishes. They are definitely worth having in your organization and craft supply stash. We are going to do some more organization in the craft room, but you can use this in your office too. We're going to use this plastic wall organizer. You can find it in the office supply section at Dollar Tree. It has two little holes on the top that you can then drill screws into the wall and have some hanging storage. I'm actually going to be using this for my hot glue gun and my hot glue sticks. I love to use colored hot glue sticks, glow-in-the-dark hot glue sticks, wood glue sticks. So I have a lot of different kinds of glue sticks. And the side is the perfect size to hold your glue gun as well. I also took one of these command style hooks from Dollar Tree and put it on the front, and that was a great way to then be able to hang my cord of my hot glue gun up and off the floor and out of the way, just kind of wind it up and hang it on the hook. Then the other spaces I used for all of those hot glue sticks. This little shelf is actually super duper handy, and I think it would be great in a bathroom for things like your toothbrush, toothpaste, things that you need to get ready. You can also use this next to a vanity for your makeup, or you could use it for hair supplies too. Lots of different options. And then we're going to turn our attention to these, I think they're plate organizers, plate racks. We're going to turn this into something a little bit different though with the help of these craft storage boxes. You can find these in the crafting section at Dollar Tree. Perfect for all your little embellishments. I had all of these cute little plastic embellishments that I needed a place to store, so those bins worked perfectly. Instead of putting this on the side like it was meant, we are actually going to flip this up on its side and use it for stacking. So we're going to take those plastic bins and just put them right onto here like a shelf. And since these freed up more of the space on my shelf, I was actually able to do this twice and make this 2 deep. So I could just pull one whole thing off the front, access the back, or just grab what I needed off the front. This has honestly been the handiest thing for my ribbon in my craft room. As you can see, I had it all stored in a bin, and every time I would pull the bin out, all the ribbon would start falling all over the place. So I grabbed one of these scarf hangers, which are really nice. They are the felt hangers from Dollar Tree. And we're going to use this to hang the ribbon and take them off the rolls. And we're also going to rainbow order them. So I just set all of my ribbon out in each color, and I did the smaller ones. I only did like the 1/4 inch size and the 5/8 inch size ribbon. The other ones were a little bit too big for the little hooks on these hangers, but I just pulled all of the ribbon off the rolls, kind of folded them a couple times, and then each color I did rainbow order to keep them organized. I feel like not only is this really, really cute and hanging on the wall, but it's also, of course, functional too. You can see what you have, see what you need to get, grab what you need when you need it, and like I said, looks cute hanging up too. I know we're focusing on the craft room a little bit here, but I have so much more for the rest of your home, so hang in there as we keep going on this organizational video. We're going to grab one of these cupcake organizers from Dollar Tree and also some of these round metal tins, and also some of the glue dots or the Velcro dots that you can get from Dollar Tree as well. And we're going to use this as a little organizer for different trinkets and embellishments. It's a nice way, especially if you do any traveling with your craft supplies. You go to craft nights or crafting get-togethers with your friends. This is a fun way to be able to carry those little items wherever you need to go, or just keep them in your craft room so you can grab them off and they don't go sliding everywhere. If you put those Velcro dots on the bottom of the tins, they will stay in place for you, but you can still pull them off of there. And then the lid of the cupcake tin keeps everything contained and keeps the dust off of everything too. Because this container is domed, you can even add even more supplies into here if you need to, like paper and scissors, ruler, whatever you need to carry off to your next crafting party or get together. Using those metal tins again and one of these framed metal signs. We're gonna make another cute little organization item that you can use in your office or your craft room. Grab some of these smaller magnets from Dollar Tree and those silver round 10s from Dollar Tree as well, and we are gonna put some of those magnets onto the back of the 10s and use them as magnet organizers for this little board. So these are great for your craft room, but you can put this in your office as well. It'd be good for things like paper clips and push pens, whatever you need to kind of keep handy, but up and off your desk. This is one of the smartest items I think Dollar Tree has come up with to sell in their store. It's a handbag storage organizer. They come in a couple different colors, and you can even double your storage with these if you put 2 of them back to back, as there's only pockets on one side of these organizers, but they come with a little hook at the top so you can hang them up. But you can see the pockets on one side, and then you could put a second one on the back, so you would get double the amount of pockets that way. But these are so great for storing tons of different things. So I have lots of different ideas. The first idea is using it for your wrapping paper and using it for a gift wrapping station if you have the room for that in your house, or just kind of making your own station if you have space for it, for like Christmas wrapping paper and that kind of thing. Or it's a nice way to kind of keep it organized when you're not using it too. So of course it's good for that wrapping paper. You can also add things in there for your other wrapping supplies like tissue paper and gift bags, your ribbon, your scissors, and keep everything together and contained and organized off your countertops, off your workstation, and all together. Just like the wrapping paper, this is great for your vinyl rolls too. I like that they all just slide in there, but you can easily grab out the bottom color if that's all you need. And they're clear, so you can definitely see in there to see what colors you have, see what you're low on if you ever need to order more, or if you forgot you had a color and you're like, oh, I'm gonna use that color since you just saw it, instead of it all being stuck in a drawer. This is another awesome multifunctional item, are these kind of tiered hooks that you can get in white or black at Dollar Tree. And I have a couple different ideas for you. So let's start with this first one. You can just put it over a door, obviously, and use it for coats, which is probably what it's made for, or hats. But it's also great to be able to add to an armoire or something. A regular door would work too, and use it to hang your handbags. I've really liked this because it shows me which purses I have, so I can kind of grab which one I want or which one I need, because I do like to switch my purses out pretty often. So it's just kind of a nice way to display them and grab and go. I also recently added one to my floor length mirror for my headbands. So it just kind of fit right on the front of this mirror, and then I just clipped or hung my headbands onto each one of the hooks. Again, super easy. They stay out of the way of the mirror and the reflection, but I can easily grab one, try it on, see if that's what I want to wear that day, and then hang it back up when I'm done. And then this is a great hack. If you double them up, if you put 2 onto a door and then head to Dollar Tree, you can find these wire baskets. You can actually just hang those baskets right onto the hooks in a couple different tiered ways, so that way you have basket storage where you might need it in your home. So here's just one idea. You can take your hair accessories and use it for things like that. This would be great in a little girl's room, or these are all my hair accessories, so an adult's room too. Hair ties, headbands, hair clips, they all fit in there perfectly. You can also use this in your bathroom. It holds quite a few washcloths. You can even put some hand towels in there, or if you got bigger baskets, you could put larger towels in there too. Here is another quick and easy DIY to really expand the amount of storage you can use with these hooks. We're going to take a dowel rod and cut it in half so they are 3 feet long, and then we're going to paint them just to make them look nice. Totally up to you if you want to do this or not. Definitely helps make it look a little nicer though, so I would recommend it. I just used plain white chalk paint on mine, and then once they were dry, we are going to assemble this whole storage unit. We are also going to need more of those wire baskets, 2 of those hooks, again, those 2 dowel rods, and some S hooks that you can get super duper cheap at Walmart. So we're starting with those 2 hooks on the door, and then we're going to take our dowel rods and hang them on the bottom of those hooks, and then the hooks that are kind of one down, the ones that are kind of bent up. And then we're going to take our S hooks and add those to the dowel rods. We're just kind of going to space those evenly so we can then add our wire baskets onto the S hooks. And as you can see, we went from being able to hang 2 baskets to now being able to hang 4 baskets. So I only had 3 baskets to be able to show you this, so I centered the top one, but obviously you can see you can add another basket to the top just like I did the bottom row. Again, great for the bathroom for towels and toiletries and your extra toilet paper, and just adds a ton more storage to this unit. I was a little bit skeptical about these under the bed shoe organizers, so I grabbed one to give it a try and test it out. And it was pretty flimsy, but honestly, once I actually got it open and started adding my shoes to it, it actually seemed to work pretty well. So for $1.25, it's not a bad way to store your shoes. I added all of my nicer shoes that I don't wear very often, but I definitely didn't want them to get messed up or smushed or scuffed or anything. So this was a great option to basically just spend $1.25 to keep my nicer shoes organized and also protected. As you can see, once you get your shoes in there, it's rigid enough to be able to push it underneath a bed if you needed to, and easy enough to then pull it back out, unzip it, and get the shoes out that you need. I also really like that the lid or the cover was clear so you could see what was in there without having to open it up and look. This is another great bargain item Dollar Tree started carrying. It's the 8 pocket shoe organizers. They also have the $5 ones that have more pockets in them, but if you're not needing a ton of storage, these are only $1.25. So really great deal for a shoe organizer, and there are so many different ways you can use these. So many so that I actually made a whole video on different ways to use these. So I will have some of those ideas coming up here soon, but you can definitely comment below how you use these shoe organizers, as I'm sure there are tons of ideas that I don't even know about. But this is just one of my ideas. You can use it for your hair care items. So things like your straightener, your hair dryer, curling irons, your hair products, your hair brushes. I have a lot of hair, so I have a lot of different items that I need to take care of it. So this is just a neat way to keep everything organized and also easy to grab and at hand. Next are these jumbo organizer bags. So definitely bigger than the shoe organizers. So I had a different idea of how to use these because I wasn't quite sure this would be great for actually storing clothes in or anything, to be able to slide it under the bed or even put it into a closet. So this is a different idea of how to use this. And of course, Honey thought she needed to help too. So instead of actually laying it flat, we're going to use it to hang items in. So definitely is not going to work for a adult coat, but worked great for my son's coat. He is 10 years old. So I just put his coat on a hanger and then cut a little hole at the top of this organizer to be able to slide the hook of the hangers up through. Super easy to do, just a teeny tiny little slit up there. and then put those hanger hooks through that hole, and then you can close up the bag. It's nice and clean, it's nice and contained, and put away until next year, where hopefully he still fits into these coats. But just an idea if you have little ones and coats or clothes and nicer clothes that you want to keep from getting dusty if they're going to be hanging up for a while. So maybe you have seen these really cute photo clip wreaths at Dollar Tree. They are cute for that, but we're also going to use them for organization. So we're going to take the photos off of this and use some of these miniature command style hooks from Dollar Tree to then hang it up. They have little holes that actually make it easier for you to be able to put the hooks through and hang up this wreath. Now, of course, if you wanted to, you could put nails or screws here if you wanted to make it permanent. I didn't necessarily want mine to be permanent, which is where those removable hooks come in. So now we can use this to hang our earrings on. If you have the ones with the hooks on them, they just slide over those little bars and kind of become a decorative piece, and also a really nice, easily hangable place for you to take your earrings off or grab them off in the morning when you're ready to put them on. Very, very pretty and looks super cute too. I left the little clips on this wreath too because I knew it'd come in handy to clip things like this. You could even clip or hang up necklaces off of those. Or if you have some hoop earrings, you can just fit those over the bars for more storage too. I felt like these, I'm not sure what they are. They're little hooks with more hooks on them that you can put over a bar for your closet, and there are so many different uses for these too, and they spin. That makes it easy for you to grab off what you need. Great for belts, great for scarves, great for neckties, and even for your tote bags. I know I have tons of these, or for your purses. Now back to these shoe organizers. I told you I have so many different ideas and uses for these, so here are several of them that I hope will help you keep things organized and contained, just like I do. You can also find the bigger ones, like I said, in the Dollar Tree Plus section for $5. They have 20 pockets versus the 8 pockets, so just totally up to you. But this one, I would highly recommend using the smaller one, the $1.25 one, because we're going to use it as a little holder for bedside items. So what I did is, it definitely helps to have somebody help you with your mattress too, if you can. But before we stick this in there, we are actually going to fold it up. So you can either cut it if you wanted to, or you can fold it so it's a little bit thicker inside your mattress to hold on to. So I just folded it over a couple times, and we're just gonna have those 2 pockets on the bottom of this organizer hanging out from underneath our mattress. So again, just sticking this in between the mattresses so that way it just holds itself. You don't need any kind of clips or hooks or anything. Just the weight of the mattress will hold it in place. And then you can put things in there like your remote controls, your books, your pens and pencils, and a notebook if you need it, eyeglasses, just a fun little discreet way to keep things handy. These shoe organizers are also great in your vehicle, especially if you do a lot of traveling or if you have little ones like I do. I just used some zip ties from Dollar Tree and attached it onto the back of the headrest here. And it's just perfect to then be able to hang and have extra storage. And I am a soccer mom, which I absolutely love. My son, like, soccer is life for him. So we always have things like bug spray and sunscreen in the car and extra water bottles. And it's kind of a nice place for him to put his cleats too, instead of them being dirty all over the place. But you can put all kinds of different things in here, whatever you need to kind of keep handy and organized in your vehicle. Now let's take this one into the bathroom. I am using the hooks that came with this shoe organizer and just using them to put through the holes in there, and then we're gonna hang it up over our shower bar. So you can put these on the outside of your shower if you're needing more storage and more space. It gets things out of the cabinets and keeps them handy. Things like your washcloths and hand towels work perfect in this. Two other things you can keep in here are some of your cleaning supplies. We don't have a big vanity, so it's been nice to be able to have our cleaning supplies out from the vanity to be able to use for other things. And also, you know, you can grab this quick and easy when you're needing it and cleaning the bathroom and they're not in the way. You can also use this to keep your first aid items. So your rubbing alcohol, your ace bandages, band-aids, cotton rounds, all of your different creams and ointments. I put mine into a cup so that way I could just slide it down in there and they wouldn't all just kind of fall in there and be hard to find and grab out. So the cup definitely helps with that. And just another idea for these shoe organizers. I love these command style hooks from Dollar Tree. I just bought more the other day. I always keep them on hand because I use them for different holidays and banners, garlands and things, and they are great for organization too, and they fit perfectly into these shoe organizers to be able to hang the shoe organizers up where you don't have a hook, or if you just want it to be removable and repositionable. So this is our new coat closet that we just added to our family room. And to add some additional storage into the inside of the door, I just took two of those adhesive hooks, put them through the holes of the shoe organizer, and hung them on the inside of one of the doors. So why is it handy to have these next to your front door? Well, it's a great place to be able to organize and store all of your winter gear. It gets pretty cold here during the winter, so we have lots of hats and gloves and scarves, and it's easy to just grab your coat out of the coat closet and then be able to grab your accessories too. Keeps them clean, keeps them organized. Another idea is to actually put your hats in here, like your baseball hats. My son is obsessed with hats, so he has a ton. This is a great way to keep your ball caps handy and organized too. Our home is 115 years old, so we always have to get creative in adding storage, as we just don't have a whole lot of it in this old house. And this wall is one of those areas where we had to get super creative. This is actually in our kitchen. We just renovated and we actually added a hidden door to our stairs. So as you can see, it just added an access to the basement, but also added some more storage. And I have this space on the back of these cabinet doors that are also the perfect place to add these shoe organizers, just like we did to the new coat closet. Just sticks right on there with those Dollar Tree command style hooks. And then another place for us to be able to add things like water bottles, pet supplies, cleaning supplies, anything we need to keep handy near our kitchen area. And one last idea using these shoe organizers. This is the larger one. I have one on the back of my son's door. Great for shoes, hats, clothes, that kind of thing, but it's also great for toys. And he has a ton of stuffed animals. So we decided to get those off of his bed. He kept his favorite ones, and then he still has access to all of his other stuffed animals that seem to just keep accumulating on the back of his door. So have I convinced you that shoe organizers are pretty amazing for organization yet? I feel like I still have more ideas, including using it in your craft room for things like yarn. You can also use it for your floral stems, and you can use it for your vinyl rolls too. You can use it for your hot glue gun. You can use it for glue sticks. You can use it for scissors. So I could go on and on with ideas of how you could utilize these. So next time you're at Dollar Tree, grab some shoe organizers. They are going to be so helpful in your battle against the clutter. If you made it to the end of this video, leave me your favorite colored heart emoji down in the comments below. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you in the next one. Wishing you a very organized and creative day.